Welcome everyone, this will be another episode of Gloomhaven. We are playing through Guildmaster. We did the tutorials and now it's ready to tackle some real scenarios. So we load up our adventure here. So we got our classes unlocked, 6 of the starting ones. We got 112 gold and we will try to play on Insane. I'm confident, but you never know. So we'll see how that will work out. So the plan here is I'm gonna start off by playing dungeons with 2 characters. I'm gonna use a random generator to decide which characters I play. So let's see. This will be like numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now I'm just gonna roll. So 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's gonna be the Spellweaver. And 1, that's gonna be the Brute. So our first dungeon will be with Spellweaver and the Brute. And then left dungeon is even and right one is odd. I got odd, so I'm gonna play the right one first. Okay, let's set up our party. Gonna remove the rest here. And this bothers me way more than it should, so there we go. Okay, so there's gonna be our party. Next step, let's read a bit about our characters. So, Spellweaver has low HP, 11 ability cards, but I think it carries only 8 in the mission. This is a total, I think. Not sure I can check that. No. Okay, so bound items too, no perks, no enhancements. We have different skins. This one's pretty cool actually. Let's use this one. Difficulty high, roll ranged damage dealer. Spellweavers are orchid sages able to draw forth powerful natural forces and craft them into concentrated attacks. They're great at dealing out damage at range, but due to their low health are pretty fragile, so keep them out of combat. The Spellweaver's most important ability is Reviving Ether, allowing her to burn more cards than other characters and recover them in an adventure. But be careful not to use it too early. Strengths: good range damage dealing. Reviving Ether recovers burned cards. Decent early ranged summon. Weaknesses: low health, can die very fast, requires complex ability management for new players. Crystal skin makes it difficult to find a good tailor. Well, that one's a joke. Alright. Let's go through the cards. So, from the cards, Fire Orbs is a really nice nuke. It targets 3 enemies at range of 3 for 3 damage, but it's burnt. We can return the cards with Reviving Ether, so I'm gonna keep this one. It also has a pretty nice base movement. Then Impelling Eruption, similar to Fire Orbs, can do a lot of damage if enemies are clumped up together. I'll show how this works. It's a bit complicated to describe. Also, both of them are creating an element which is important for some of the other abilities of our Spellweaver here. Move 4, also pretty nice. Reviving Ether, this is the mandatory card in our deck. It will recover all of our burned cards once per fight. When cards get burned, they go into the burned deck and you cannot naturally get them back, but this is one of the rare abilities that can. This one, however, you cannot get back. This one gets like permanently burned. It's a move 4 with a jump, which is also pretty useful. Always nice to have at least one jump in the deck. Freezing Nova, attack of 2, target all adjacent enemies, immobilize. +1 attack on using an ice element. Heal 4, range 4, and creating a light element at the bottom half. I don't like this burned heal. You have heals which are not burned, so this is pretty weak, and I don't want to be in melee, so I'm gonna drop this one for now. Mana Bolt, the best initiative in the deck, so we are saving it for sure. Attack 2, range 3, we can use any element to improve the attack by 1 and get 1 experience. There's also a heal on the bottom side, so this one we really like. Then Frost Armor, Attack 2, range 3, so it's basically identical as the mana bolt on the top. And on the bottom, next 2 sources of damage to you, suffer no damage instead. It's good for tanking, but I don't like to use it as a tank, so let's drop it for now. Maybe we take it for the top half if we don't have anything better. Flame Strike. Attack 3, range 2. If you have a fire to consume, we can wound the enemy. This is pretty good against enemies which have shields. If you wound them, they will bleed out, so it's a good way to finish off enemies which have a lot of shields, so I like to have this one around. Fire is a bit hard to come by, but we have it on our fire orbs here, so that could be a nice combo. One turn we create fire and then the next one we use Flame Strike. On the bottom there's an attack. Attacks on the bottom are pretty rare, so I'm pretty excited about that as well. Ride the Wind. It has loot 1 on the top, move 8, jump and create wind on the bottom. Well, I'm not... Loot 1, we can always pick up gold by just moving over it or just leave it, so loot is not something I prioritize. Move 8 can be nice for some scenarios where you have to move a lot. We do already have a jump, so I'll probably drop this one for now. So we already dropped 3 cards, we need to put 3 back in. We got Crackling Air here. On your next 4 attacks, add +1 attack. So this one is nice if you want to prepare for a very hard room or for a very hard enemy. If you have wind, it's +2 attack instead. Quite interesting actually. And on the bottom, move 3. If we have a fire, brutality 2 on self. Not really huge fan of this also for starting scenarios, but we might put it in later. Hardened Spikes, Retaliate 2, Aura affects self and all adjacent allies. If we use a nature element, +1 retaliated, so it will be retaliated 3. It is burned, however, so Move 3, if you have ice, shield 2 self. Well, shield 2 self is cool, I guess. Is there any way to make ice without burning the cards? No, not really. So she wants elements, but she can't really create them reliably without burning cards, so that's a bit annoying. We'll need to get some support items for her to make her work. It is one of the harder ones to start with. Okay, and let's see. 8 from the Ether. Heal 3, range 3 on the top. That's a pretty good one. And also we can summon an ally if we want to. I'm not a huge fan of allies, but sometimes they can tank some nice damage for you. I'm gonna take this because of heal. And now I'm gonna be looking at some of the better initiatives. So we dropped Frost Armor, but the top is pretty cool actually. So we're gonna take that as well. And let's see. This one always immobilizes, so it might be good to have that effect. Okay, so we took some cards we didn't really like, but they have good initiative. And yeah, these ones are kind of clunky for me, so having an emergency move 8 might be cool in some situations, but yeah, let's take that. Let's have a move 8 in case of emergency. Okay, now for the items. We start with Minor Power Potion. We have 112 gold, so let's say if we make 3 different parties of 2, we can spend like 30-40 on each one. On Spellweaver, I already know what I want. I want Eagle Eye Goggles. During your attack, gain advantage on an entire attack action. That's really good with her by using it with her Fire Orb spell. So we're gonna pay a quick visit to the merchant here and pick up the other copy of Eagle Eye Goggles here. Okay, we're gonna buy and we're gonna equip that to our Spellweaver. Alright. So if I want to move this to somebody else now, I have to pay 15 gold. Right. And let's see. Minor power potion is also pretty cool in that combination, so that will be good. We have cloak invincibility. We can turn invisible once per scenario. Sometimes this can be a nice clutch move. Okay, so for our brute here. Alright. Brute, level 1, health 10, ability cards 13. Again, this is not the amount you take into the fight. Bound items 2, perks none, enhancement none, bone guard or the oh, they are both bone guard. Wait. Okay. Well, this looks nice to me because just something I didn't see yet. So difficulty low. Role melee tank. The brute employs his great size and strength to earn a living by wielding his huge sword and impressive shield for those who pay the most. Brutes are the best used as frontline melee troops, absorbing damage and protecting the more fragile ranged damage dealers, and are best equipped with items that keep them alive longer. So I guess this is a good combination. Brute Spellweaver, we already played it in one of the tutorials, but there was very few enemies there. Strengths: high health, defensive abilities, access to early disarm and stun, great at pushing enemies about. Weaknesses: low mobility, poor ranged attacks, not the greatest conversationalists. Okay, so they don't like to talk much. So a brute is our Inox here, and Spellweaver is an orchid. Okay, let's see the cards. Now I'm gonna put it to world map so I don't look at the merchant. First ability, Trample. Attack 3, Pierce 2. So Pierce ignores part of the enemy's shield, so that's always nice to have. Move 4, jump, attack 2, target all enemies move through. Situational, not. I like to save cards, not burn them too much, so I'm not too excited about this one, but this one I wanna take because if I have enemies with shield, those can be very problematic. Eye for an Eye, retaliate 2 self, gain 1 experience for each time you retaliate this round. This can be cool against some enemies which hit for not a lot, and if you can put a shield up. Also, it's a good initiative of 18, and it has a heal on the bottom and creates an element. So since we're going into the fight with the Spellweaver, creating an element will be pretty nice. So if nothing else, we'll take this for heal and initiative, and this can occasionally be alright. Sweeping Blow, attack 2, it's a cleave, move 3, push 1, target all adjacent enemies. It's alright, it's only 2 attack. I think we have better things, so we'll come to this later. I don't want to be in a situation where I'm being surrounded by 3 enemies. I will always be looking to make holds in positions where I can only get attacked by 1 or 2 at most, so we'll see how that will work out. So this, I don't want to get in this situation here. Push is alright, but we have other abilities which push. Provoking Roar, attack 2, disarm. This is my most favorite ability on Brute at the start. Disarm means enemies cannot attack for the round, or if you go after them, they cannot attack the next round. It's one of the best abilities I think here for reducing incoming damage. And then on the other half, any enemy who targets one of your adjacent allies with an attack this round targets you with that attack instead, regardless of the attack's range. Could be interesting to save someone, but I will always be looking to prevent damage. It's also its best initiative, so I think we'll always be running this. Overwhelming Assault, attack 6 to experience, move 3, push 2, target 1 adjacent enemy. So this is nice in a pinch. This move 3, push 2 I like really much. It's a nice movement, and pushing enemies in traps, it's a very effective way to kill them. Grab and Go, loot 1, move 4, loot, I already explained, not too exciting. Move 4 is decent, but for now let's drop it. Warding Strength, attack 3, push 2, push is nice, so we're probably keeping this. And this, on the next 6 sources of damage from attacks targeting you, gain shield 1, could be useful, we'll see. Shield Bash. Attack 4, stun 2 experience, shield 1 self. It's a good initiative, so I'm not gonna drop it just yet. Top part could be useful against strong enemies, but again, burning the card, not too excited, but yeah. Once the scenario starts coming to an end and you realize you have way more cards than you need, then you just start popping these burn effects. Leaping Cliff, attack 3, 2 enemies only, but it's free attack, so I prefer this version over the Sweeping Blow here. And it also has a jump, I think that's our first jump, so we have to take this. And it also creates an element which will be used by our Spellweaver. Spare Dagger, it's one of the rare ranged attacks of the Brute, we want it for sure. And then it also has an attack on the bottom. Sometimes you can make 2 attacks in the round if the situation calls for it, so that's also pretty good. Skewer, attack 3, if you have Wind, +1 attack and Pierce. A lot of movement on the bottom with burn effect, but very nice in a pinch. We have Wind for free from our, well, for free, I mean without burning, from our Leaping Cliff, so yeah, this is quite doable actually. 4 damage on this one and also Pierce, very nice, we'll take it. And we have to take one more. We have Balanced Measure here. Attack for X, where X is the number of hexes you have moved so far this turn, or Move X, where X is the amount of damage you have inflicted so far this turn. So my experience is that this constrains us way too much. Basically you have to play this card second in a turn if you want it to do something good. It's very rare that I'll be in the situation where I attack something for a lot and then I want to use this card to move a lot. So this is already not used very much. And then it's a cool combination, I guess. Move a lot, get the enemy and smack it. But most often I'll just want to Provoking Roar. So very rarely I found this card useful, and it's also a big initiative, so I'll drop it for now. Wall of Doom. Retaliate 2, shield 2, self. Add +1 attack to all of your attacks this round. So this card, the top half of it, it's a very strong effect for killing enemies with shield, which attack in melee. Doesn't happen very often, but it's a very strong effect, so I'll take it. Also initiative, if it's very nice. So that will be for the cards here. Let's see the items. We already spent on this party combination, so I'll not buy anything, but let's see. Boots of Striding, it's really good for the Brute, which has a very low mobility, so +2 move will be useful. Minor Healing Potion, not too excited. We have quite a few heals, I think, some on here. Yeah, heal on the top, heal on the bottom. And then we have a heal of our own, I think. Yes, for 2. And also Disarm. So, not too happy about that. So let's see, if we spend another 10 gold or so, we'll be left with 70. Yeah. I'll pick up a minor stamina potion for our Brute. Because I think it's just way better than a healing potion. It will allow us to return one of the cards. It will slow our card usage, and also in the worst case scenario I can get the Disarm back, which will usually heal for something by preventing damage, and yeah, it's way more flexible than just heal free. Okay, let's see if I regret that. Okay, so we did the merchant. Let's just jump very fast to the trainer. What we want to look at here are the things we get by doing things. Well, that's a sentence, I guess, with our classes here. So here we have our Brute. We need to kill a bunch of enemies. Well, that will happen naturally. Okay, we need to prevent damage with a shield, so we'll be looking to shield. Perk points are improvements to our modifier deck. The Brute uses a heal ability on himself 40 times. Well, this too will happen naturally. Shielding, I'll try to think about shielding a bit more, so yeah. And then let's see the Spellweaver. Infuses 100 elements. Well, this will be tricky because most infusing is burning. Spellweaver kills 20 enemies with ranged attacks. Okay, this one will be easy. And Spellweaver uses an ability that recovers her burnt cards 40 times. Well, we'll be using that each scenario, so I guess after 30 scenarios. Okay, so nothing too crazy to think about. So our modifier decks are here. We have a basic one with mostly zeros, -1s and +1s, +2, -2, miss and ×2. And then we have some extras here which we can add, which are usually stronger. But we have to unlock these perks I just shown. Okay, but enough of that. Let's get into the mission. So we randomly chose the right one. This area of merchant camps is now silent due to nightly bandit raids. Set a trap and drive the bandits away. Objective: kill 5 bandit archer elite, bandit guard elite to win. So from the looks of it, we have to kill 5 enemies to win. So it's just a massacre mission, right? We get a new item in the shop, minor mana potion. During your turn, create an element. This could be cool for the Spellweaver. Yeah, I think we might pick this up for the Spellweaver. For the perk and also for activating some of its stronger abilities. Yeah, I like it. 6 experience and we're gonna unlock a new mission. Cool, let's go. Okay, we got an encounter. At a fork in the road, you spot a figure up ahead, resting beside a gnarled tree trunk. They appear hunched over, with one hand grasping their chest. As you tentatively get closer, they notice you and beckon you over. "Hey, over here, please, help me." There's a note of desperation in their voice, and a pained groan as the stranger waves to get your attention. However, beneath the tree's shadow, you can't quite make out who or what they might be. Could this plea for help be a trap? The surrounding bushes are the perfect place for accomplices to hide, potentially waiting to pounce and rob you. Well, I'm always a good guy in the games, even when I'm not. I turn out to be. It's just my nature, I guess. Can't be a bad guy. I have to force myself to do it. So this will be a good playthrough. I might make a bad one where we are like evil ones. So let's approach the tree with caution and try to help this poor soul. As you draw nearer, you see a rocky savage in agony, clutching at deep cracks in its glassy chest. It certainly looks like it has been seen better days. It looks up to you, hopeful. I ask only for a small amount of compassion and aid. There is a temple nearby that can treat my wounds, but I haven't enough gold for treatment. If you can spare some gold, I will reward you with what I can. A bit of typo here. Take pity on the poor Savas. Lose 10 gold, so Savas is another race. Scoff. There's no use helping a Savas with a cracked core. It's as good as that. Well, I don't like losing 10 gold here, but will be good, so. You hand the Savas the gold, who grimaces as it rises to its feet. Thank you for your charity. It holds up a small pulsating crystal bathing you in a green light. You feel a rush of energy as you bask in its glow. The Savas bids you farewell, and you wish it a speedy recovery. Before you head in opposite directions down the path. So, okay, you've lost 10 gold, okay. Start the next scenario with fire infused. Start the next scenario with ice infused. Start the next scenario with air infused. Start the next scenario with earth infused. Start the next scenario with light infused. And start the next scenario with dark infused. You have been strengthened. Okay, so that's a lot of things for just 10 gold, but I don't need it, so. You find a large clearing in a small copse, I don't know what a copse is, and set it up to look like a normal merchant's camp. As night falls, you hear low voices converge on your location. As they charge into the clearing, you jump up, ready to teach the bandits a lesson they won't forget. However, you just didn't expect there to be quite so many of them. Okay, so now we choose our battle goals. We get some experience from it. In the original board game, that's also a way to get perks, not sure if that will work here. So, kill 3 or fewer monsters during the scenario. Pacifist, alright. Die hard. Never allow your current hit points value to drop below half your maximum hit points value rounded up during the scenario. Well, I'm way more likely to do Pacifist because I have to kill only 5 of them. So if I kill 3 of them on my Spellweaver and 2 on my Brute, that will work. But it's only 3 experience, so I might just ignore it. Protector. Allow none of your allies to become exhausted during the scenario. Kill a non-damaged monster with a single attack action during the scenario. So I think both of these are doable. But I'm not gonna let my Brute get exhausted. Especially Brute has a lot of cards, so... should be easy. We'll not have to protect him, he'll protect himself. So it's basically just a free experience. Okay. So let's see. What do we have here? So I guess there will be unlimited enemy spawns in this one. And we have to kill 5 of them before they overwhelm us. This is a bounty mission, which means to succeed you will need to kill a certain number of enemies. The good news is that the whole battle will take place in this single clearing. The bad news is that enemies will keep spawning until you kill enough. Well, that makes sense. So there's a spawn point there. There's a bunch of gold around, which I want to pick up. Also want to pick up the gold dropped by these 3, and I imagine those which spawn will not drop anymore. Okay, well, I want to get rid of the archer first, so that will be our priority here. Let's get up close with our Brute. And, oops, let's get like here. So we are strengthened. That means basically we have the Eagle Eye Goggles effect. We will do, we'll have advantage on our attacks. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3. Well, Archer's not reachable from this spot, so there's no point in going there with a Spellweaver. Now I want to look at some of my abilities, if I can use some of the elements. Well, this one does a wound, but... the most I would just like to dish out fire orbs and I'll almost be done after that. So... and I might wanna go fast. So basically I'm not gonna use these nice elements here first round. I want to move like here and attack all 3 of them with my fire orbs. And I will also use my minor power potion. So this will turn out to be quite an easy mission actually. I expected it to be much harder. And then on our Brood here, we want to take a swing at the archer. It is well hidden behind this tree here and also protected by traps, so it will be tricky to get to it. We do have Leaping Cleave. You can jump for free. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, and the boots we can get here. So we would have a guaranteed kill on enemy on this enemy if we take a warding strength. But I want to go faster, and I will rather disarm it first turn and kill it the second than to go slow and get some damage. So we are alpha striking here. That means we go as fast as possible, kill as much as we can, and then just mop up. Okay. So they go relatively fast. We would be fast enough with the warding strength, but we couldn't have known that. So okay, Spellweaver will go first here. I'm gonna move 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Move just a little bit here with my default movement, and then I'm gonna unleash fire on them. Have to skip the rest of the movement first. And I'll use my minor power potion. And I will also attack with the better card I draw. Ooh, so they have a lot of health here. So this is because of the insane difficulty. I was surprised how little damage I actually do here. Alright, so yeah. At least they have a lot of HP. Let's see what else do they have. So they're level 3. We are level 1, so that's kind of insane. They move for free base, attack for free base, and I drew move 2, attack 3, range 2, so gonna be throwing daggers at me. And the archer's gonna move for free, attack for 4 at range of 3. Okay, so this will be like who can kill who first. Who can kill whom first. Alright. Well, here we go. Okay, let's end our turn here. Now, let's see, these do 4 damage and these do 3, so we want to disarm the archer. We could also pick up this gold, it's just 1 damage difference, and we want to pick up the gold, so I'll change my plan here a little bit. And I'm also gonna save the brute, so we are not killing the archer after all. If we stand here with the brute, these two will attack the brute because it's closer, and the archer will attack the Spellweaver because it has lower initiative. So it will spread out the damage quite nicely. We're gonna pick up the gold, which we want, and we will not have too many chances to do it. And let's disarm this one here. Okay. And I will... I think this is discarded now and I can get it back. So I think that's very good for the next turn to... It's not? Yeah, it is. Okay. So we're gonna return Provoking Roar. So next turn we have very good initiative and another disarm. Going according to plan. Okay, Archer's gonna attack our Spellweaver here. That's 5 damage. I'm gonna burn a card because I don't wanna take 5 damage. We can burn a heal, I guess. So it's like we played it. And even stronger. Okay. Well, not really because this is burnt, but this seems like a scenario where we'll be burning a lot of cards because it's very short, but hard. Usually you can choose where you enter the next room and uncover more enemies. Here we'll not be able to choose because the enemies will keep spawning and we have nothing to say about it. Okay, so now we definitely want to finish off that archer, so this would do it, I think. We also have Impelling Eruption, range 4, so 1, 2, 3. Well, we would be able to hit only one of them with that, so that's not super exciting either. But we do want to go fast. We have some damage on the bottom half here that will be good for attacking him. So let's try to do the most damage here. And then on our brute, let's do Provoking Roar again. So we go as fast as possible. And maybe something which attacks 2 of them here if we decide to do so. We could also retaliate for some sheer damage, but they might decide just to do some shielding up, and it's not such a desperate situation anyway. Well, we could do this. So we disarm one of these, and then we move here and push this one into the traps. That actually sounds like a good plan. Let's do some guaranteed kills here. Okay. shield 1, retaliate 2, well, there you have it. So my retaliate would not work, and there are more enemies coming, so things will become nasty. Move 3, attack 2, range 5, immobilize. That's nasty, but it will be that. Okay, now let's see. Let's disarm the stronger one. There we go. Let's move here. Oh wait, let's see what they actually do. Oh, shield 1, retaliate 2. Okay, that's good. So this one will just stay there. Alright. You're gonna push it into this trap here and then there. I mean, it's gonna die here anyway, but this way we save our trap, I guess. Oh no, it stays there. Okay, that's cool. That's our turn. Now he will do his thing here. These ones will also do it, even though they are disarmed, they can still do their retaliate and shield. Shield will be useful for them, retaliate will not, because I'm attacking at range. It will be hard to go through that shield though, but you know. So let's see, 2 HP, 2 HP. So on this one we need 3 damage. So we're gonna use eagle-eyed goggles on the one where we need more damage. That's interesting. So we could wound. By wounding, we pretty much almost guarantee they're gonna bleed out, but then we cannot do 2 attacks, so no. Let's use this one here. I'm gonna use the goggles. If we get +1, that would be a kill. It's a good chance for 2 attacks. Yep. And then the top part, we kill this one, and we're gonna use one of our million elements here. There we go. Okay, now we need to kill 2 more of them. Oof. Alright. And want to pick up some gold. So what's dropped. So what you see is what you get from the gold side. I think I want to move here with the brute, pick up the gold and start working on this archer here. So a fast attack with attack 4 and a stun sounds like a good idea. And then some movement. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can move through this enemy here and get back onto the gold, and I'll deal 2 damage with this ability. So I'm burning cards here because it doesn't really matter. Alright. So I want a fast initiative maybe with my... Do I actually? I'm pretty safe. Yeah, I don't want. Let's see. I think I'll ride the wind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here. And then maybe next turn I do this loot one, so wizard can loot these coins here. And then maybe do some damage. We don't really have anything super smart here. You could maybe also not ride the wind and just pick up these here. Well, we can do loot of the right of the wind. Yeah, let's pick up these 2. Okay, and then last turn we're gonna... Yeah. So we're gonna go slow with the orchid here. Our Spellweaver. Move to attack 2, range 4. Okay, move to attack 3. So these 2 will be out of range, so that's good. They're not gonna do anything. Archer goes first though, so we're gonna get smacked here, but that's alright. We have plenty of HP left. Okay, let's do our wombo combo. So we trampled the archer, and I'm gonna shield bash it. How many did we kill? I didn't keep track of it. I guess it's still here, so it wasn't. So this one didn't drop the gold because it was summoned this turn. Okay. Am I worried here? I don't know. Let's jump here. And let's loot. There we go. Oh, we 3 gold per pile because we are playing on insane difficulty. That's nice. We don't need this yet, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, that's annoying. Okay, so let's see. Only 3 enemies right now, right? Well, it would be cool to start killing one of them, so we can do a ranged attack here. And we can heal. Or maybe we can just get out of the way. And then on our orchard here, we will do a short rest. We want to get back into action right away. So, I didn't want to burn this because it has loot on it, but I could burn a reviving ether, and that one I really don't want to burn, so let's burn this one. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, we can jump on this gold here. That's good enough, I think. And we can probably do a mana bolt here, and if something goes wrong, we can maybe heal the brute or something. I don't know, let's see. But let's go fast. So let's see what they do first, and then we're gonna plan our move. Okay, move free, attack free. Okay, there's nothing smart we can do against that, other than just move away from danger. And I'm gonna move away from danger by going straight into it, I guess. Let's attack first, because here we're gonna have disadvantage. I guess this one will be the final kill. Okay, we're gonna move here. There we go. And we're gonna go invisible, because we don't want to get bashed. There we go. And now we wanna try to kill this one. If we do retaliate, that will work for sure, but then my other options are not really that great, so I think I want to do an attack here. Hopefully I don't get a -2 or something silly like that. There, that's nice. So 5 HP left, that's all we have to do to finish here. And yeah, healing a bit here and creating an element for the Spellweaver will also be nice. This one is the only one which can reach me, so we mitigated quite a bit of damage here. Let's burn a card here. 4 damage is quite a lot. Attack free, push 2. If the trap kills the enemy, does it count against Pacifist? That's a good question, right? Let's burn Wall of Doom. And then these other ones cannot reach me. Cool. Okay, so Spellweaver will be invisible until the end of its next turn, so we can go really slow here. and pick up another gold, and then next turn we can go fast and pick up the last gold. And then I don't know, enemies are coming, so it's a bit dangerous. I'm not too sad if I just well, this is interesting position actually, look at that. This one will go over a trap. I'm thinking about jumping here, smashing this one and pushing it into the trap with warding strength, because yeah, we'll pick up 1 gold, so we missed only 1. That might be a plan here. Or we could do something like a disarm, that way only 1 of them will hit us. Yeah, let's do a disarm for now. We're gonna redraw, so we don't lose our disarm, right? Okay, let's go with the disarm, and where is my heal? Here it is. Okay, and then we go slow with this one, that's alright. Okay, they don't do anything, they just shield and retaliate. There's an archer though. Okay. What's the range of the archer? 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Alright. So let's see. If I draw a ×2, I'm not gonna kill it with this one. So we can do it safely. And now 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So if I move here, I'll be safe from the archer. And heal 2, archer will probably deal more, so it's better to just move. And I don't need my element that much. Okay. Okay, now is the archer, it cannot see the Spellweaver, so it's just going to move towards my brute, and it's just out of range. Now we can pick up another gold here. Attack free, range 4, 1, 2, 3. Well, we can attack 2 enemies, gain 2 experience here. Probably not a bad thing. There we go. So this Impelling spikes, like you start from a square in the range of you start with a square in range of 4, and then you just continue it. But wait one moment. So if I start here, I can do 1, 2, 3, 4, and if I start further away, like here, I can just finish because that's already 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it's best if you can start from where you are, and if enemies are next to each other, then you can move through all of them. Okay, cool. Well, we might kill off an archer actually, we'll see. I'm not gonna be too sad if I get double here. Okay, it's actually quite a weak attack, okay. Okay, so this one was in melee range of us and it had retaliate, so we got rewarded by taking 2 damage for that silly move. We should have moved first, 1, 2, 3, 4. It would be the same, much better though, so that was clearly a mistake here. Okay, round 6, another enemy spawned here. Our last gold pieces are there, so if we can kill this one now, and pick up the gold, that would be ideal. So I'm gonna try to go really fast with my wizard here, kill it, and then pick up the gold. So I will do a short rest. I'll save my mana bolt, that's alright. I'm gonna go with mana bolt. 1, 2, 3. So it's going to be 3 damage. As long as I draw 0 or better, it's going to be a kill. And I'm gonna play Reviving Ether. I'm gonna use Reviving Ether to get my cards back if I feel like they got a very strong turn or something. And then on my Brute here, well, Pacifist, I cannot see how many I killed with the Brute, can I? So I don't really wanna, but things are... I'm just sacrificing free experience basically if I fail that. So I'm feeling overwhelming assault on this dude here now. Would be nice if it was guaranteed though. There's really no smart way to do it. I don't have any jumps left, so I cannot get here to push it into the trap. Let's go slow here. I can get attacked by 2 enemies anyway, so we should be fine. Let's do double attacks here and go slow. That will increase our chances of doing what we want. Okay. 1670, okay. So Spellweaver here. Ideally I kill this one. So let's see our deck here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 cases I do what I want, and 2 cases I don't. So it's a really nice chance actually. There we go. So this one's dead, doesn't drop any gold, expected. We're gonna move here. We did our mission, and at the end of the round it will be all over. They're gonna shoot a bit at us, but yeah, we have so many cards left over, we are not really worried about a thing here. So let's get some experience on this one here. So we're gonna move. We don't want to kill those, so let's attack the one with most HP. What do they do? Move to attack for 4. Okay, well, I should have cards to burn. Alright. So we could go like here. And smack this one. If I kill it, I only lose 1 experience, so it's not a big deal. Because the goal will give me 3 and this gives me 2. There's a chance I'm gonna get all 5, so there we go. And that should be it. Now we just take some hits, hopefully survive them, and yeah, that will be it. Let's burn 1 card. We have 2 cards to burn and more in discarded piles, so it will be really weird. Like, only way we actually would die here is if they had like more than 1 attack per swing. So yeah, so we came here, we killed a bunch of bandits, and then we realized, oh boy, there's so many of them, let's bail. Good job. I don't think they'll be coming back in a hurry. Well, they certainly took way more than we did. Enemies killed 1, 3. So we only killed what? So the one killed by the trap didn't count. So we actually could kill 1 more. Alright. Damage done. Alright, it's a brute, and I don't think this counts the trap, so it's even more. Damage taken. Right, healing done. Gold piles looted. Well, that's really the important thing. We don't care for anything else because it's easy, right? Ability experience earned 7-7. We're gonna be level 2 before you know it. Right, we got our thingies. I don't think we shield that, so that's something we should think about. But this is not a sort of mission you wanna shield in. Here you just want to kill. Because yeah. Well, that's a start. That's a start. Alright. Well, that went well. We picked up all the available gold, so got some rewards here. I've managed to do a deal with one of the local merchants to get in a stock of minor mana potions. So hit me up for one when you have some spare gold. Well, we picked up a lot, so we should have some in spare. It seems like a lot of gold. We looted like what, 7 times 3, so we earned 21 gold. We already almost paid for the items, so yeah, quite happy about that. Well, now we unlocked a new location, but we'll do the one we unlocked first. We're gonna randomly select among the other 4 characters and do this mission. And yeah, basically very similar to this video, except these 2 cannot take place. I want to rotate them all. I don't know if that's optimal, it probably isn't, but yeah, I want to showcase all the classes, so that's how we'll do this. So if you like it, make sure you watch the next episode, and for now, thank you for watching, and have a nice day.